go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang. OG, I draw up the play. Henny, he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang. OG, I draw up the play. Henny, he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang. OG, I draw up the play. Henny, he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang. OG, I draw up the play. Niggas don't know what to think. Thought I get money, you change. What you thought we was the same? Still stay away from them clones. Niggas better leave me alone. Talking about niggas is low. Run with niggas who don't know you. Whoa, I make that zagging when city to city. You niggas not hot in your state. If it was money to get a hit Henny, we get it and never complain. Same go for the gang. And we split it up all the same. I can't really eat, let's stay straight. Cause we go way back in the day. My day ones from back in the day. They still hang around me today. You wanna come round us, you can't. I'm rolling up loud, it's great. Lil' mama, she bad but complain. Cause I'm too in love with my dreams. And I gotta get on the plane and go get this money with OG, I draw up the plate. Henny, he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang. OG, I draw up the plate. Henny, he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang. OG, I draw up the plate. Henny, he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang. OG, I draw up the plate. Henny, he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang.
I get the bag with the gang. Taking that Zach to the bank. Henny be all in my drink. You niggas is stupid, you think that should change? You not even hot in your gang. Ain't nothing even hot about your gang. You niggas be lying about same. Be posting them pictures of guns for the fame. Niggas just look at me different now. Say that's your man, but he a clown. Don't fuck around with the fuck arounds. Little nigga, you should cut it out. Me and my niggas take different routes. Punch a bitch nigga all in his mouth. Hold up my nigga, we different now. I need a Robert, it's just my style. I get a check today, I spent it all tomorrow. I get a bitch today, she probably a foreign model. I get a check today, I spent it all tomorrow. I'm with my gang today, tomorrow never promise.
OG, I draw up the plate. Henny, he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang. OG, I draw up the plate. Henny, he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang. OG, I draw up the plate. Henny, he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang. OG, I draw up the plate. Henny, he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang.
Attention, please. Please do not smoke in the terminal building. Smoking is only permitted in the specified smoking areas.
Zach. OG, I draw up the plate. Henny, he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang. OG, I draw up the plate. Henny, he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang. OG, I draw up the plate. Henny, he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang. OG, I draw up the plate. Henny, he go get the cake. Then we link up with the gang. OG, I draw up the plate. Niggas don't know what to think. Thought I get money, you change. What you thought we was the same? Still stay away from them clones. Niggas better leave me alone.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the look that drives the girls wild. I got the moves that really move them. I send chills up and down their spines. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I make them hot, I make them shiver. Their knees get weak whenever I'm around. You see me walk, they hear me talk. I make them feel like they're on cloud nine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Eat your heart out, girls. Hands off the merchandise. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if Kanye called his people or what. And if they thought a little YouTube suspension was gonna keep us from sticking our foot all the way up Kanye's monkey ass, they have got another thing coming. Now, you should be linked up with the gang here in Gavin. As you can see, we're hanging out in the Pinochle Lounge. Joel is here, Lean is here, Carrie Ann's here, AR is here. All right, YouTube suspended our account for deceptive practices, pornography bots, I don't know, coonery, emergency, I don't know what we did. I don't know. We pissed off the YouTube gods. These motherfuckers are less forgiving than Yahweh, right? So there's, I put in an appeal, but I'm sure nothing will be forthcoming lest the second coming of Christ should happen and he be willing to sacrifice his monkey ass all over again. And of course, we'd all be morally obligated to stop them from doing such a thing and blase glavinoids. But look, let's go ahead and reignite this thing for those of us that are joining us in Hunter Biden's laptops for the first time in a while. We have to hold down Hunter Biden's laptops for the next week or so. And who knows what we'll do going forward after that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the ritual. I guess at the end of the day, this just means I'm going to have to drink some more alcohol. All right, well, look at this. I happen to have some more alcohol. All right. Y'all already know how this goes. Please raise your glasses and hold on to your asses. Through him, with him, in the unity of the flying man. All glory and honor is yours who fight for our sins forever and ever. You may drink. Now let's roll on into our communion song. I got an idea. This that one that keep you up late at night. You be laying in bed. You be trying to sleep. You be like, I can't sing, but tonight I'm gonna try. She got all the things. You be in your phone. You be looking. Your wife be sleeping. You be looking at your phone. Looking. The problem really is bad bitch verse wise. Damn.
Hold up, my wife be a bad bitch. Hold up. The ones on the gram got perfect titties and asses. My girl, she loyal and lavish. She ain't showing off her assets just to level up her status. If she did, it wouldn't matter. She do her, not do me. I met a shorty through a link. Now we linking for some drinks. Conversation kinda big. First day, last day was in the base. On some MySpace top 8 shit. Headshots her favorite. Lust ain't gon' save.
I think so. I think that's what happened. Too much taking over the internet.
Yeah, she might do some complaining, but I'd rather her than a fake chick who stuck on herself and she brainless. Focus on loving the same way.
Caterpillar was first.
We getting old.
Do we even have currency on this channel? I don't know, but the redeemables are probably dog shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But the one that I'm with gon' ride for life. The problem really is that bitch verse wide. I can't sing, but tonight I'm gon' try. She got all the things that I seen online, but the one that I'm with gon' ride for life. The problem really is that bitch verse wide. That bitch verse wide.
I gotta make Joel a mod.
She know she the wife.
Damn, has it been that long since we've been out here?
She know she a bad bitch. We do this shit nightly. Make movies like Spike Lee. Take trips so you know that we size.
I'm glad we haven't been out here though.
Don't even need diamonds and ices. I cut off my side.
We need to keep a couple channels on the bench
I'm up in the morning.
at all
My
times.
girl, she faithful and loyal.
That's got to be part of this master contingency plan.
Love, just keep us in order, yeah.
You can't be on all your channels at once. It's very risky.
But the one that I'm with gon' ride for life. The problem really is that bitch verse wife. I can't sing, but tonight I'm gon' try. She got all the things that I seen online, but the one that I'm with gon' ride for life. The problem really is that online, but the one that I'm with.
Oh, sorry, that was me. All right, just gonna roll right into my song. Sorry, that was the stream I pulled up. I gotta make Joel a mod.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go with the bots.
Feet up, relaxing.
Bot, we already got in trouble tonight.
This was 2K shit. I could hit you on my way, or I could try to make you my new babe. I laid the dick down proper, it's a new day. Who ordered expensive lobster and soup?
Well, we don't need that type of trouble tonight.
Had to pull up in that CP3. Now do you
Matter of fact, let me make sure
that
bot for this channel's on.
Hell yeah, I got the hook up. Anytime that you need me,
we gon' pull up.
Damn right, I got the hook up. And say you gotta act brand new. Nah, I can't stand you. Had to bring you round just to show what the fam do. No text, no calls, no reasons to be involved. Young John Wall taking what's give it and get it off. Come on.
What you doing, girl? Pull up on me.
A lot of time living in the moment. In the city with the gas roll for you.
And come get you when them corners like.
No disrespect about me.
No disrespect about me.
City, so you know I'm about it.
So you know I'm about it.
I can tell you about it.
Now let me tell you
When you playing, no, I haven't doubted. Days I'm in the hood like what it is. I might just slide up on you like what up, bitch. Cause you know I like to play with you.
Alright, yeah, I had the bot off. Let me turn it on.
You feeling comfortable, I make the move. But now it's different though, I guess it's cool. You wasn't shy about my love, remember after school days when I picked you up. So now you fucked around and changed, almost messed it up. See, I ain't changed, baby, trying to catch a plane with you. Came back around to show you that I'm made for you. And here you go with the same old song on your weekend shit. I might just wish I never met her like Call Tom Miz, but I ain't tripping no. Stay up on the grind, we gon' get some dough. And you got that good ass brain, I had to let you know. Really wanna let you know. Tell me where you wanna go and what you wanna know.
Whoa, what you doing, girl? Pull up on me.
A lot of time
Alright, we should be good to go.
No disrespect about it. So you know I'm about it. So you know I'm about it. I can tell you about it. Now let me tell you about it. Plan, no, I had to shout it.
Oh, I'm about to show you what's going down. I hope you've done some drugs. Oh man, shit is fucked up, man. Oh Lord, now my camera's out of sync. Of course. Gotta be something.
No disrespect about it.
Alright, let me see how the camera works.
So you know I'm about it. I can tell you about it. Now let me tell you about it. Plan, no, I had to shout it. Plan, no, I had to doubt it.
Damn, son,
It's alright,
where'd
we
you
just got
find
some skip
this?
frames happening. Yeah, I just seen it pop up. Alright. I don't know why. We got skip frames. Day. I'm not even gonna worry about it. Let's get into it. We ain't gonna be here too late. We just gotta go ahead and handle this little ass whooping real quick. Trust me, y'all. It's gonna be worth what you stayed up late for. All right, folks. Here we go. Y'all ready? You're not ready. Trust me when I tell you, you're not ready. You think you're ready? You're ready. The only reason you're ready is because you're with me, and you know I motherfucking got you. But look, Kanye West has officially won the gold medal of Trash Pandas, okay? There, I said the clean version, therefore I don't get 2 channels suspended in one night. I don't even know. It's like a whole, like, it's a whole, like, 3/4 of my audience now that probably don't even know this channel exists, but that's all right. We'll deal with it. Look, folks, but do a little cross real quick. Say a little whatever you got to say. All right, look, here we go. Yep. I know you think I'm fucking with you. I know you think. Go ahead and say it. You think I'm fucking with you. You thought I was fucking. You don't even know. That's Kanye, y'all. Y'all, that's Kanye. Yeah, I told you. I told you it was going to be some... Nope, that's him. Yup. I told you. You wanted to stay up. We couldn't sleep on this. This shit has to be dealt with immediately. What? Kanye, it don't matter, Kanye. They could suspend all 17 of my YouTube accounts tonight, Kanye. I will make accounts 18, 19, and 20 to make sure I roast your monkey ass before I go to bed tonight, bruh. What is... No, all types of no. All types of no. There are all types of people in your life that need to say absolutely no to this. But it really doesn't matter at this point, y'all. Because the motherfucker responsible for this shit is Kanye West. Look, this motherfucker look like he trying to play some Call of Duty / being a DMX Rough Rider video from the mid-90s / go snowmobiling / be in the booth at a NASCAR. Like what is he like? What? Yes, y'all, that's him. And I got news for you. I got better news for you. This motherfucker just announced he's running for president. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Whoo. And then he took his crazy ass on down to Mar-a-Lago and asked Donald fuckface motherfucking Trump to be his running mate. And then after that blew up the internet. Yes, after that blew up the internet. After he fucked over Taylor. Remember that Taylor Swift shit? Y'all remember that Taylor Swift shit? Remember when Taylor Swift got a motherfucking Grammy or whatever the fuck it was, and Kanye West ran up on the stage? Y'all remember the shit? He ran up on the stage and he was like, what? I'm gonna let you finish. But I just want to say that, you know, Beyonce really deserved. I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce really deserved. Remember when he ruined Taylor Swift shit and everybody's heads all the way exploded, all over themselves, as Uncle Bobby would say? People acted like that was the worst shit Kanye could have ever possibly done. Oh, the good old fucking days. Don't that feel like reminiscing on like one of them black and white comedies, and like you're watching it and like the shit that they say is kind of like tastefully off color, you know what I'm saying, but kind of harmless in its own way, because you realize that everybody involved is like not an awful piece of shit. But nowadays, by comparison, it's like, what the fuck is going on in the world? Yeah, that's happening right now. That's nope. See, a lot of y'all owe me a fucking apology. You owe me an apology because you thought I was hyping up some shit and there was just going to be some lame shit or some apologetic bullshit or some nonsense or some boring ass. Nope. Kanye went on Alex Jones wearing this get up right here. This. I ain't gonna lie to you right here. This hits me like Kanye West, who's supposed to be some kind of fashion mogul, wearing the Lupin special. You know, this is the Red Wolf gaming ensemble right here. This is like the look. You know what I'm saying? When you watch one of your boy Lupin's kind of like Call of Duty and chill videos, where, you know, he's playing Call of Duty, just murking people. He's kind of decent at the Call of Duty. I ain't even gonna hold you, you know. But then he's just spewing like his right-wing conspiracies and shit. Like, this is the official team outfit for that. That's what this fashion fucking mogul is rocking right now. The Lupin Kent Hovind compound Call of Duty squad special. Unfucking believable. And wait, y'all. It gets even better. Like, obviously, I mean worse. Obviously, I mean much worse. But for the sake of, I need easy content to feed the YouTube machine that just fucking suspended my account, by the way. You know, it gets better because he hasn't even opened his fucking mouth yet. Guys, I'm gonna give you a little preview here of how bad this gets. And when you realize how much I'm actually telling you guys the truth, you're kind of gonna throw up everything you've digested in the last 45 days. You're about to watch something so awful that you're gonna come away, and as you try to lay your head tonight to go to sleep on your pillow, you're going to realize that you just watched the interview and you honestly have to admit to yourself, I know you're going to hate yourself for this, but I just you have to hear it from me first. That way we could work through it together. Don't be mad at me. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just giving it to you. You were going to realize this anyway. You were going to hear about this tomorrow. That's why I'm trying to give it to you straight tonight. Y'all, Alex Jones is the more reasonable person in this situation. Yo, I know what you think. I know what you're thinking. But Jay, Alex Jones just literally lost all his money. Because he literally denied a fucking mass shooting at a fucking school. He denied a mass shooting at a motherfucking school for his own grift. He was found guilty of it, okay? And they took all his cheddar, his cheese, all that shit. He literally was like public enemy number one, not 24, hours ago, basically, like before Kanye West's latest fucking manic episode. Alex Jones was literally public enemy number one. Am I trying to tell you that he's going to be the more reasonable character in this here scenario? Yes. So when you throw up everything you've digested in the last 45 days, all up in your mouth, don't be mad at me. I tried to give it to you. That way we could work through it together as a community. But it is the hard truth that you're about to have to face. Let's do it.
No, I get you're explaining that, like you said, you love the Zionists. You don't agree with some of the things they're doing, even though you don't support a lot of what's happening. Seriously, I've really studied a lot of history. Plus, I had family that was there.
Hear his voice.
And so, I don't think Hitler was a good guy. I get the Hugo Boss uniforms, amazing. But I mean, just because you're in love with the design, you're a designer. Can we just kind of say, like, you like the uniforms, but that's about it?
There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler. A lot of things. Hey, Netten, what did you think about that, Netten? This is insane.
Wait, it's better. There it is.
How could you say something? It's okay then.
So let me ask you, you like the Azov battalion because they openly howl Hitler. They're the leftovers.
Y'all, look. I'm not gonna let it go by too fast. I know you think this is one of Nano's like atheist fever dream videos that we, Photoshop edited with Kanye's voice and shit. You can look it up all over the internet, y'all. People, there's a lot of people covering this right now. I'm telling you, wake up tomorrow, this is going to be the big story everywhere. I promise you that this is not a Nano special. This is not a Cult of the Myron atheist fever dream. To be quite honest, I wish we thought of this shit. If we thought of this shit, man, this could take us over that monetization threshold right there. I mean, this would be pretty brilliant. But even as fucking wild off the wall as we are, even a Call to Defying Man isn't this bugged out, y'all. I just had to pause it. Just get a look. Just take a real good look and look at the posture. You can see the posture. Look at Kanye. He's full-throated, totally committed to his swatter puppet that he has got accessorized and everything. I think it's a handle. It looks like a fucking shovel handle or some shit now that I'm getting a good look at it. Oh my Lord. Okay, and then you got Alex Jones who is sitting there like, oh my God, how do I help this man? How do I bring this back? I just tried to say, so you're just into it as a designer, but that's about it, right? Okay. How do I bring this back? How do I bring this back? Like I told you, you're literally feeling for Alex Jones in this moment. You're literally like, wait a second. Wait, I gotta be honest here. I don't wanna be a piece of shit. I gotta be honest with what I'm seeing with my two eyes and hearing with my two ears. Alex Jones is actually trying to softball Kanye into a reasonable human position. And Kanye's just like, no. Listen, you don't understand. I have a deep and abiding admiration for Hitler. Oh, you mean like a fascination with his speeches, like the charisma, the way that he motivated people? No. There are many things I loved about him. You mean like there was some industrial things he was a part of that helped some people out? No. There are so many things. You mean like you're fascinated with like World War II documentaries, sort of. So you like to read a lot about Hitler type of thing. No, I mean I love Hitler. Alex, what part of this are you not understanding, brother man? Like, holy shit.
World War II, they support Zelensky and attacking Russia. So you like the Azov Battalion?
I love everyone.
Well, my point is, you weren't involved.
Man, you know, if Kanye would have said he loved George Floyd like he loves Hitler, or maybe if Kanye would have talked about the context of why what Hitler did was so evil,
just look at
or Nazis in general. When Alex Jones is trying to tell you, you are being way too racist for this show, there's a problem. There's an issue here. Kanye is being exploited, but it's his choice. He can continue to go and hop on these shows and do these ridiculous interviews. But I want you to remember this. He had
guys. This is rich. It's just so. This is just so beautiful. Look. Hey, are you here, man? Are you guys seeing this thing? Okay, man. This is.
It's insane.
Yeah. He was on Tim Pool a few days ago.
Yeah, he was.
He walked off.
He walked off.
After
Tim
20
Pool.
minutes.
It's like this. Look, I feel bad. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. I'm bipolar. I've done some really whacked out shit on an episode. You know, like public, crazy, whacked out shit. You know what I mean? And it's a reality. It's a reality. I'm not even gonna fuck with you. Like it is a real reality that
I don't doubt that he's sick.
Is an unfortunate part of that, you know? But here's the thing. It's never strategically hateful. I'm gonna put it in the most, raw terms possible. You never get around, you never go to the loony bin and you go to, because look, here's what happens, y'all, real talk. You go to the loony bin, you gotta go to group. All right, that's what happens, you're under observation and shit, right? And, you're gonna have to get in that group every day and go along with the little program and tell your little story or whatever, right? And it never really pops up where somebody's just spewing racist nonsense or anti-Semitic nonsense or all this type of crazy shit, and you're like, oh, well, the bipolar gets, it brings out the bigot in you every once in a while, sometimes it's a side effect, some of those medications, those medications, they fuck up your racism regulation in the brain, you know what I mean?
They bring out racist tendencies.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be out, I ain't gonna hold you, the struggle is real, right? But that ain't part of it. That ain't, yeah, exactly, this is not a part of that very real struggle that people go through. This is just about his poor character. That's all. That's all that's going on here. Oh man.
As heroes and victims in his interviews, every single time, Kanye makes the white racist bigot the hero. That's what he's doing now. And routinely, the black victim is his villain. Look at the interviews. Look at them. It is strategic. And I know some people are going to say, well, Doc, he has a mental health issue. That may be true. He may have some things going on, but we all do. Let's be very honest about that. It doesn't mean he does not know right from wrong. Also, he's really strategic to not offend white bigots. He's willing to offend virtually every other demographic, but white bigots. He will offend regular white people. He will offend woke white people. He will not offend white bigots. That says strategy. Strategy is typically the barrier that says, you knew right from wrong. There's a lot of comments, a lot of quotes. I don't have a lot of time left in the
Yeah, it's kind of even the thing with like the whole Trump movement, right? They're always on script. Even like the Jordan Klepper type of interviews, right, where he goes and he deals with some of the people that seem to just be, let's say, the Trumpiest of the Trumpian, and the lowest of the low IQ, quite frankly, right? They dance with these intellectual stuff well enough that you could tell right away they know what's going on, right? So, for instance, they'll know to say Trump is, like, even say the ones who will say, like, something crazy to you, like, Trump is still really the president, and he's really in control, and, you know, he's really running everything, and Joe Biden is, you know, fake or whatever, right? If you say to them, okay, well, then Trump is responsible for this or that, you know, obvious thing that, you know, the military or the federal government is doing right now in the news, they're like, oh, no, well, no, well, not that, no, well, no. Right? Like, so wait, what is it? He's secretly running the military, but when the military does something that's not him, that was so. It's very obvious, right? And like you said, it's just strategic enough to know what you're dealing with, that you're not dealing with somebody who's that severely mistaken, right? This is a strategic tactic on their part. Yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, I'm disagreeing.
Yeah. So
he's doing it for a reason.
They're doing it for a reason, and that consistency. To be honest, that's kind of the scary part. I always associate that type of hatred with something very interpersonal. You know, usually that type of you got to care enough to, you know, consistently go after people like that. I remember there's a certain safety, right? Like I talked about, you know, knowing who your allies are, who your enemies are. And for some people, that's really something you always have to know, right? And a lot of times there's a certain security in people that you know don't necessarily like you. They just don't give a shit enough about you to do anything to you, right? So you're good with them, right? Because it's just a certain indifference. You know, I could sit here and eat my lunch. You could sit there and eat your lunch. You may not try to strike up a conversation with me, but you also don't dislike me enough to say something stupid, right? So... You know, and so it's just kind of interesting, whereas these are the folk who every time they have a chance, it reminds me of religious people where every time they have the leverage, they go, right? Anytime they think they've got you, let's pray. You want to come to church, you really ought to come to church. You really ought to turn to Jesus. Jesus is the reason for the season. Amen. Hallelujah. As soon as you come at them with something to let them know you ain't down with it, all of a sudden it's mum's the wiser, and why on earth would you want to talk about Jesus? I don't even understand why you don't, you know, this is just a thing we guess we should just agree to disagree about. I don't even know why you want to bring this up. Really? You know, everything's amen, hallelujah a couple minutes ago. Now all of a sudden you don't want to talk about Jesus? You know, talking about Jesus wasn't optional when I was trying to sleep on Sunday morning. So it's craziness was going on.
Something. He's pretty sure Ye hates himself, so maybe it's just a huge self-destruct.
It's all.
I think he's a narcissist, man. I think it's
yeah, for sure.
He definitely is, but I don't understand all of this. This all seems very weird.
This is the only attention he can get.
I don't think that. That's what's so weird.
This
I mean,
is going to end up in like a research paper or in the DSM-5 or something.
Yeah, if I had to really, okay, so to be honest with you, like I said, y'all, I've been in my own way, like, you know, down some of this road, right? Where, I mean, there are crazy stories out there about me, y'all. Like, and costumes to boot and everything. And so it's like I get having a manic episode or something like that to where you're on a bender, like you're just on some shit, like wild shit. At the same time, it's normally going to bring out who you are, right? Because at the end of the day, your brain gonna reach. So like, for instance, for me, like, you could look at my shit, it was always crazy, right? But it was always crazy on some revolutionary type shit, right? So yeah, he was a psychotic person who used the snake to bring everybody together, but at the end of the day, he was trying to fight for the liberty of the students. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he went on a binger and then burnt a cross in the yard of the black fraternity.
Does the manic episode usually last more than a month, though?
Maybe if you're not taking your meds.
Yeah, because he's now said that he's prescribed meds and he won't take them.
Yeah, I've heard that on Tim's pool. He won't trust it.
The doctors and this, yeah.
Michael Jackson is what he said, or something like that.
Yeah, so I do think
they're trying to kill him.
But the thing that's weird about all of this to me is normally there is, first off, there's people in your life who, number one, intervene and try to stop these things from happening to you, right? At some point, you know, even myself, like almost every time you end up in a hospital, right? You're going to end up in and then a lot of times.
You have people looking out for you. I don't think people are looking out for him or just after his money so much.
That's the thing. It really seems like there's nobody in his life who either, you know, he trusts enough that, you know, they could really get him to slow down and stop, or there's nobody in his life willing to just make the call, right? Because ultimately, you know, I've had it go the other way, where basically the people in my life have cared so much that they become part of the problem, right? Like, they're making that call too much, right? And then the doctor's in front of you like, yeah, your family kind of tripping, but, you know, they can't keep calling us every time you don't go to sleep, and they're worried about you, right? Like, you know, that's its own form of an issue, right? But that's because they're, you know, they don't know how to deal with it, right? And so they think if they see something, they see something call, right? He's in the exact opposite situation, where there's nobody who just will do that, right? A family member, his father, a cousin, and somebody, right? Or whoever would just doesn't feel like they're close enough. You know, to be honest, they live in another state. They don't talk to him enough. Don't know where he is. Wouldn't know where to find him. You see what I'm saying? So, because there's got to be somebody on your person, right? It's got to be somebody who knows where you are, who can convince you to get some help, or call somebody and tell them, yeah, he's here, come get him, right? And a lot of people with a person like that, the same thing you see with Trump, they're just going to cut you off and replace you with somebody who won't do that. So, to be honest, he's probably deep enough with his money and ego and all of this that most of those people are long gone. You know, I hate to say it, like, I'm not a very pro-Kardashian person, right? But because I think they sometimes represent the worst of celebrity culture. Not anything about them personally, but actually the way they behave. But
she could back channel to him.
Yeah, but I do, just person to person respect. Like, I felt like she seemed to like really try to be there for him, and she tried to not throw him under the bus. She tried to, like, you know what I mean? And so it seemed like even she just couldn't take it anymore. And then that's just worse. I know they say this, and when you're somebody like Kanye, whatever you got going on in your life is what you want. Like, he's worked his whole life to get that success. Like, I remember feeling like I worked so hard to get certain things, like with my campaign and stuff like that. But it is also true that those things make this so much worse. And so it's like, if you're bipolar as fuck and you're crazy, getting divorced or something like that might set you off as it is, right? Yeah. But when that divorce is on every newsstand and internet site ever, and everybody's talking about her new boy toys, and that's just like, just from a psychiatric perspective, that's just some shit that the average person's not built to deal with. Nevertheless, somebody with, these type of issues already. Now, the thing that's weird about all this is, the thing that surprises me about Kanye, the thing I'm really trying to, because I'm just trying to talk about what makes sense. The shit that don't make sense is, it's easier for a person in that position to just stick with the dominant narrative. I don't know where all this contrarian shit comes from. Right? Like, he kind of made a name for himself as a relatively conscientious, reflective type of person, right? So he didn't really need to change up. No. And then the other thing is just this whole religion thing, man. Oh, yeah. This all coincides with his hard turn towards Christ and the right. And that, again...
That's not a coincidence.
Yeah, it's good for votes,
Yes, and it seems, again, that seems more persistent than an episode, or this episode, or any episode, so it's really crazy. It's really crazy. And at the same time, he's just so weaponized that at some point it doesn't matter. He's responsible for continuously putting himself in this position. But this mask thing, all right, this is great. So let's go over here. We're going to keep talking about him over
here.
Today,
a tweet was deleted, and I know you're probably thinking, is that really news? But stick with me for a second, because this was not really any ordinary tweet. This was one posted by the official Twitter account of the Republicans of the House Judiciary
rabbit hole,
an august body, run by Congressman Jim Jordan. And here's the tweet. Kanye, period, Elon, period, Trump, period. It was posted almost 2 months ago, and it's just been sitting there like that since then. And honestly, you could put that tweet, I think, in the history books. It is the perfect distillation of the current vibe of the conservative movement and Republican Party at this very moment. Celebrating 3 right-wing trolls purely because they make liberals angry. Just pure nihilistic grievance politics, which is, of course, honestly, the only real binding ideology of the entire conservative movement in this country at this moment. Now, the tweet today was deleted, likely because the first man on that list, rapper Kanye West, who now goes by Ye, he became something of a conservative star a few months ago after he sat down for a fawning interview with Tucker Carlson, who couldn't stop talking about how fascinating and interesting, provocative he was. Showered with effusive praise on the rapper in the aftermath of Kanye West appearing at Paris Fashion Week in a trolling White Lives Matter t-shirt. Now, of course, it was later revealed that Carlson's show had actually selectively edited that interview to cut out the portions of the interview of West's answers where he went on multiple anti-Semitic tirades. But not every interview West has given in the recent weeks has had the luxury of being pre-taped, and so much of that vile anti-Semitism has been on full display. Most recently, just today, you may have seen word of this in a bizarre and really upsetting, downright unnerving interview with the right-wing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. Now, Jones tried to tee up a softball question and give Kanye West the opportunity to deny being a Nazi sympathizer, an opportunity that Kanye West did not take. So we think small snippet of West's comments are worth playing to you. I'm not going to play a lot of it, just so you can see this for itself. The caveat being that the comments are both offensive and also patently untrue.
You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also. This guy that invented highways, invented the very microphone that I use as a musician. You can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good, and I'm done with that. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
Okay, Hitler did not invent the microphone. I mean, that's just
or highways, guys. But look, let's think about this too. This is a thing that I don't know if this is like a contrarian
Is he going to
thing.
start buying his art now too?
Is he going to start buying
Hitler's art?
I guess
he was an artist too. I don't know.
I just think that, but that's kind of my point exactly too. Like, is this a contrarian thing? I feel like somebody, maybe one of the philosophy nerds, has better language about these things than I do. Like, I don't know what particular intellectual movement this is a part of, but it feels like almost the equivalent, like we say when people want to have these philosophical conversations, right? And they'll be like, well, how do you know it isn't, why do you think it would be objectively wrong, though, to rape a chicken if it's already dead, so it's not going to feel it? You're in the middle of the woods, so nobody would see it. And, I mean, I just don't understand. If there's no objective basis for morality, then what's wrong with that, right? It's like if your brain has to go to the most extreme examples of what is possible to make your point.
So you get
maybe you don't have a good point. And I get that there is some tactic to do it for the clicks, do it for the likes, make this point by presenting an extreme case to get everybody to think critically, But here's the thing. And this is the thing fuckface Doug never understood. We're allowed to have standards. One of those standards that most reasonable people have is if you tell us, hey, I want you to think about my thought experiment, here's the thing. You probably should have thought through your thought experiment first. Because if you ask me to think about it, then I might think about it and I might decide you're a fucking idiot for coming up with this particular thought experiment. And this is a perfect example of that. Guess what? I've thought about it. I disagree. I don't think all humans are great. All this, I love all people. Nope, that's that bullshit. Sounding like a Christian. Sounding like some dumbass Christian shit, y'all. Look, some of y'all, this might offend, but I'm going to just tell you how I feel. Y'all need to grow up. That love everybody illusion, that is like some Jesus died for your sins bullshit. There are some people who, if they got to know the best of you all up in your heart and soul and your true worth, they would steamroll over you if it made them 10 cents on a dollar. Okay? So, like, stop.
Did you say Trump? Like Trump, maybe?
there's gazillions of these people. Yeah. Quite frankly, the average person is probably like this. If you don't feel that in your current life, then bless your lucky stars that you don't know people who feel that way about you. But it's like, it's just the reality. So Hitler's a piece of shit. And why do we have to sit around and think about his great value and his redeeming characteristics? No, we get to remember him as one of the number one fuck faces to ever have fuck faced. Period, end of story. You know who people loved? The millions of innocent people he's responsible for the death of. Do you know what the fuck is valuable? Humanity. You know what he did? It's called a crime against humanity. You know what world would be better off if fuckfaces like that never existed to commit those crimes against humanity. So, again, like, I'm going to pick on Cory Booker here, but y'all will see where this is going. If you want to tell people a special story, tell them a special story. Cory Booker, like many politicians, has a very handy trick up their sleeve. They get to know somebody in the community that they represent and serve. They get to know a lot of people, quite frankly, very, very well. Why is that? Then when they give speeches, there's particular characters they could whip out of their storybook, and they'll let you know, like about, some hero old lady in the community who's really like the lifeblood of, her neighborhood, and her heart and soul really represents what the city is all about. Okay? Or, a person who does a humble job that you don't even think about, but they've been doing the same job for 30 years, and low key, they own a home in the city and they've upped the value of it and started their own business, and he'll give you the whole spiel, right? Why? Because when given the opportunity to tell you a special story, they tell you a fucking special story. What do these fuckers do when they get the spotlight? Hey, you know what? You ever thought about maybe we should reevaluate how we feel about Hitler? I'm going to say no, we haven't thought about that, but there's a fucking reason why. Ding, ding, ding. That's a very fucking stupid idea. So, just no. Just no. No. I'm tired of this, right? Because this is an awful version of just asking questions in its own way, right? Because it's like, I'm just saying that there's redemptive value to every human. No. I'm sorry, y'all. Again, remember my message. Part of what we have to do is we have to be aware of what particular tactics are being used right now in our time. And so, yes, there's a lot of weaponized bullshit going on in the world, but one of the most weaponized things going on in the world is plausible deniability. So when somebody offers you some patently absurd horseshit and tries to act like that's a plausibly deniable reason to do whatever fucked up thing they did, no. You have to reject it at all costs.
Vibe there, right?
No,
I think it gives you a taste. If you didn't watch it, that's what we're dealing with. I mean, they went on for that for a long time, and lots more like that thing. Now, this is the guy who's supposed to be a new face of American conservatism. And we should note here, too, that West has been open in the past about his struggles with mental illness. And in an interview on a different right-wing podcast earlier this week, he admitted he was being prescribed medication, which he's refusing to take. And as he has previously attested, the reason he won't take his medication is that he believes his medical diagnosis is part of a conspiracy against him by Jewish doctors.
The thing about the red hat that drove me to a point of exhaustion, which was misdiagnosed by I'm not going to say what race, what people, doctor, and what hospital, and what media it went to. We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
Despite the fact that this man very clearly...
Sal praying. God, it's like Sal praying. It's exactly like Sal praying. It's like it's like your racist uncle who literally has made the holiday so awkward in the past, like every fucking year, right? And so this year, you know, as soon as he opens the door, right, here he goes, where he's going to try to make it better this year, right? So as soon as he comes in the door, all right, y'all, I'm not even going to start anything this year. Like, oh, why do we already have to be on this, right? You see what I'm saying?
Or he says, they say, I'm not a racist, but... And then straight up racist bullshit comes out of his mouth.
Yeah. So this year, so that's how he started off. Now he's sitting down at the table, right? So so now he's gonna complain. Well, you know, you can't even say certain things, right? So he goes off about how he can't even say racist things, but that's just not enough. Like you said, it's just not enough. He just has to say it. He just has to say it. He just has to say it.
Dog whistle wasn't loud enough.
Exactly. Because to be honest, that's really, what it is. I think that's what people, like Uncle Bobby calls us out pretty directly, like where it's like when people make a big deal about this, like they're just asking for permission to. Because when you say that, it's like they really want you to say, no, you can say whatever, say what you want to say. You know, you can say whatever you want. No, you're right. You can say anything you want here. You know, and it's like,
but you gotta take the consequences.
Yeah. Right. Also, I just think people don't understand that. I hate to say it, but that's not true, right? And let me be very clear about that. It's just not true. You know, you can't. Yeah, there's some rule we broke of YouTube. Who knows what the fuck it is? Will we ever know what it is? Probably not. But I'm sure there is one. You know what I mean? Right? And the algorithm snatches you up, and whatever it is like you can't do that. Right? And although whatever it was, I'm sure wasn't illegal. It's nevertheless something you can't do without the consequences, right? And even without knowledge of what it is, we're stuck doing what most people have to do in life, right? Which is nobody ever sits us down and tells us all the rules. Whatever rules they tell us, don't mention all the rules, right? And then we got to sit there and fucking, try to figure it out. And if we ever step out of bounds, we got to deal with the consequences and try not to fuck up again, whether or not somebody ever set us straight to begin with or not, right? And that's just what it is. And so when people say stuff like, I could say whatever I want, it's a free country, I should be able to say anything, they're confusing what's legal with what's socially acceptable. There is a law that says there's very few things that the law should prohibit you from saying, right? That is your legal right to say pretty much anything you are willing to deal with the consequences of saying, but that does not in fact mean that you can say whatever you want and the rest of us are obligated to not, hold you accountable with consequences for the things you say. And it's a very simple misunderstanding, but it will get you all types of fucked up in the world if you don't understand the difference. And that's clearly a small part of what happens with these type of egos is they feel like the typical restraints that, quite frankly, are put on everybody. Nobody can say what the fuck they're trying to say and get away with it. I can't sit up in front of my class with a black mask on and the fucking puppet handle. And you know what I mean? And y'all know I could try to get away with some shit in the classroom, but even I can't, ain't no pedagogical, none of that shit for that, right? You can't, and everybody knows this. Y'all know if you showed up like that to work, you wouldn't be allowed to work your shift like that. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, you better say, yeah, I had a little bit of an episode yesterday. I went to the doctor. Here's the note. I have these here pills. I'm going to take them twice a day, right? Because you really know, like, because again, people really deal with shit. You might have some shit happen, right? But most of us, again, know to not have everything in our life go to shit, right? You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to say, I stepped out of line. I try to make myself right. You know, please bear with me. I'm working through this thing, right? And all of us have seen this happen. You work with people who have mental health issues. You work with people or yourself gone through substance issues, and you know people are in programs and stuff, and you working alongside them. People be on release from, work release from, incarceration and all types of shit. So people have to deal with things. That's fine. But again, that's the consequences. And I sometimes feel bad for, I shouldn't say really feel bad for, but I think there is a certain way in which people don't really experience the normal growth. Because let's face it, I don't think you really ever grow up, but especially not before you're of legal age, right? So I think, a lot of us didn't really mature into our adult personalities, late 20s, 30s, whatever it is, and if you're already super insulated from reality in your early 20s by your success, it is a different cognitive development, but that's definitely a part of this, is that I think these personalities genuinely feel victimized when they are not allowed to say whatever they want without consequence. I think in some sense they think they've earned more freedom than the rest of us, legitimately. That's part of what makes them fucking psychopaths.
He appears to be in crisis and is spewing vile garbage. He has remained, until today, we'll see what happens, something of a darling of the political right. He's been doing this for a few months now. Last week, in the midst of this very ugly public meltdown, West had dinner with Donald Trump.
I can't say
in fact, the two men have had something of a political kinship since Trump was elected president. Kanye visited him in the White House with his MAGA hat. And while a lot has been said about the fact that West brought Nick Fuentes, who himself...
Yeah, I hate to say it, but isn't that exactly what he did with Taylor Swift? I'm going to let you finish, but Beyonce deserves this award. Come on, really, what else is there to say? You tell us how you really feel. You will let her finish, but what? Literally, she doesn't deserve the award. Oh, okay, here, well, go ahead and finish your speech then. This is a Kanye. Yeah. This is a Kanye. It's Kanye being Kanye. It's crazy. And here's what's funny too, y'all. I have to admit to you, I really wish we wasn't dealing with COVID right now, because I want to see how the church is responding to this. I'm honestly really curious about it, because churches try to act like they're not into celebrity culture. You see this happen every time, a big name pastor comes out with a sex scandal. They all denounce the whole celebrity culture and the influence of whatever, this culture of sin and flesh and all of this shit. But boy, when that Kanye came out with that Jesus is King, boy, them Christians was playing that Jesus is King in all the sanctuaries. And don't act like it was just my church. I know it was churches all over, and they was so giddy and excited about Kanye coming to the Lord. And I'm really ragging on them because, to be honest with you, when I was a Christian, I used to get super excited when a Christian came to Christ. That shit used to get me so geeked, because it made me feel like one of my heroes, like, you know, like Steve Harvey or Deion Sanders, you know, it made me feel like, oh, like they're on that same thing I'm on, like where I idolized them as a young person, you know, because they were a big time athlete or celebrity or whatever it is, right? And then now they're sitting on TV talking about how much God means to them. That felt very, like, validating, you know? So we're all kind of guilty of it. We'd probably be the same way if more celebrities came out as atheists. It just doesn't fucking happen. And when they do, we don't give a shit because none of us are into that. Like, if a big athlete comes out as an atheist, people are like, well, I don't like fucking sports. If a big politician, like, I don't like fucking... The church just figures out how to celebrate anybody with a big name that comes out. We got to get better about that shit. But anyway, it's funny, though, because I do distinctively remember, like, it was a really big deal when Kanye first decided to be a born-again Christian again. I don't know. But I don't know where they're at with this, because for many churches, this is kind of a split anyway. Like, for so many churches, this whole MAGA movement is shameful, and they don't really like to talk about it, but a lot of churches are so deeply conservative. It's just something I'll be really interested, but I'm definitely not seeing, so I have no idea.
Is an avowed white nationalist and anti-Semite, Holocaust denier to that dinner.
To be honest, I imagine they're not playing his music in the sanctuaries anymore, but they're also just not talking about it like everything else, right? When it's not going their way, they just don't want to talk about it. Yeah.
When I first saw that, was it the Jesus is King merch? Did you ever see that the first merch they had, all that word art shit that was like overstretched and like just really shitty looking? I can pull up some.
Nah, let me see. The first stuff I saw with Jesus is King is like the Blue Album.
Yeah, the album
stuff
I think
was
normal, but
simple.
he had some like bizarre fucking merch. I found a link.
Like this?
That shit, yeah.
Oh.
It's like legitimate stuff that he was selling for like $80 a pop, I think.
$150 last sale.
Socks for like 100, and it said,
he's
Jesus King.
He's always been about the overpriced stuff, like $80 T-shirts and stuff.
But I mean, like the clip art though, I think it's just like stolen clip art, and it's just like outstretched letters and all that crap. I just thought, it's like, what the fuck is this? Is like a cash grab or what? So I was always leery about the whole conversion thing when I saw all that stuff.
What does AUG design mean?
No idea.
So this was a particular like hip hop style back, like, you know, very like hood type thing, but this is kind of gross. Yeah, like I don't. It's cringy to do it, like, and plus, like, back when it was really done, it was done in a way that was dope. But
I mean, there might be a good way to do it, but there's like that sock that he has. It looks like
it's a creative agency founded by A$AP Rocky. Yes, I guess he was working with some. But yeah, that's what he was doing, the Sunday service tours, right, with the Kanye and the choir.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, okay, well, that looks pretty clean. But then you see like this shirt.
And Kanye, this is white Jesus, bro. Sorry.
Well, he's got black Jesus on another shirt.
On the other one, yeah.
Yeah, the other one's more, I guess, historic.
Yeah, the one on the left.
Kanye 103. Oh, so he like Richard Madsen. He got his own Bible. Wow. Jesus is King. Closed on Sundays. Oh, also it was a Sunday service, but then probably wouldn't do it on Sundays or something. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I think he was really about doing like the church services and stuff.
I don't know. That always just rubbed me wrong. So what the fuck's up with this?
It would look kind of fresh with my Jesus tights, though. No.
You don't want to buy a dingy sock?
No, that's not real.
No, that's real.
No.
No, that's real.
No.
And I think it wasn't cheap either.
Oh,
what was the price on it? What was the price?
It doesn't say.
I don't think it says anymore, but I remember it was a real limited run.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is what made me think, yeah, this dude's not fucking serious. This is like
yeah, this is that shit you used to see in the 90s coming up in like the children's art books and shit, trying to make Jesus brown sexy Jesus. What's up with sexy Jesus, y'all? Why Jesus gotta be sexy? Like, do people really think Jesus was sexy? Can we be honest? Jesus wasn't sexy.
I was gonna worship Jesus, who's not sexy.
Jesus was not sexy. Can we be very clear about this, y'all? Historic Jesus was not attractive.
It's those Catholics, man. Those wooden carved Jesuses they have up there. With the abs and everything.
I don't know about that. A lot of women paid his way. Seriously.
That's true. But
so, Jesus might have been quite fucking sexy. He might have been the shit.
But
because there was a lot of ladies paying his way.
He could have been the gay friend.
Yeah.
True.
The 12.
Doesn't mean he wasn't sexy.
The 12
all of these are possibilities. Now this is some shit. This is some shit we should get Derek on. Derek, go find us.
Did you know he was in chat yesterday, by the way?
I think, was it yesterday? I think I probably saw
He showed up in chat when you were coding.
I sent him a little message on WhatsApp yesterday.
Yeah, he said
and he said something about good idea.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, that's dope.
I have to get back to him.
All right, so yeah, that's good because I need to find some time to meet with him.
It's worth noting Kanye, the guy who was just praising Adolf Hitler, was the invited guest. And again, that dinner came well after West tweeted.
And again, like, y'all, does this look like surprised? Like, come on, there's all these people here. Like, this is ridiculous. Now, I'm also going to be honest. Now that I got one, I can see him. Those are some nice-ass cameras. All right, but...
It's worth noting Kanye, the guy who was just praising Adolf Hitler, was the invited guest. And again, that dinner came well after West tweeted he was going to go, quote, DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. Okay? He's been saying all this out loud in front of everyone for weeks, guys. That brings us to the next guy on the Mount Rushmore of conservative trolls who was in that original House Judiciary Committee tweet by the Republicans, Elon Musk. See, after Kanye posted that tweet, the DEFCON about Jewish people, his Twitter account was restricted, but Elon Musk, who recently purchased Twitter and has been running into the ground at breakneck speed, welcomed West, among with other right-wing trolls and bigots.
Yo, this is like the pose that... Yo, I don't want y'all to think I'm making this up, yo.
Damn, I didn't see that one. What the fuck does he think? What the fuck does Elon think?
It's like a weird, fucked up version. They're like pointing at each other. See, it's like some real wrestling
that's
shit.
That's a Dragon Ball thing.
Oh, it's the Dragon Ball thing.
Yeah,
the NWS do this too. Is that what that is? The little Dragon Ball.
Fusing together to become the ultimate fucking right.
Oh, all right. I'm like, I don't know which. You never know which nerd culture these cues come from.
It's amazing that they're even part of any of it, but
it's back onto the platform. Among the people he welcomed back on the platform is the third person in that tweet, Donald Trump himself, who has so far refused Musk's increasingly desperate entreaties to return. But not content with mere complete control over one of the most important political platforms in our political world, Musk is also an active participant on the website he is destroying.
There's no difference between Herschel Walker and Kanye saying meds.
Conspiratorial lie about Nancy Pelosi's aged husband Paul, who was brutally assaulted with a hammer in his home earlier this year. A theory that was, of course, similarly amplified by the other troll, Donald Trump himself, the final boss of the Republican troll caucus. Now, Donald Trump did not invent the politics of grievance and nihilistic trolling and seeking negative attention that has consumed his party, But he was the first politician in this particular age to truly wield it to great effect, riding a wave of resentment to his fluke election back in 2016. But here's the thing. It turns out that this form of obsessive negative attention seeking that we see from all three of those, not real popular with like most people, with regular voters, with normal people. People who correctly see it as gross and off-putting and weird.
That's
weird. It is one of the reasons why Republican candidates
weird.
did so poorly in last month's midterm elections, particularly those the most Trump-aligned, the most inclined to this kind of behavior. The Republican Party, thanks to Donald Trump.
And yeah, I want to distinguish something here that we should maybe start to distinguish here, y'all. That's weird, right? Like, weird and crazy are different. You know, Kanye, like I said, he's an embarrassment to bipolar people everywhere because we're dealing with the crazy, but this shit is weird. You're weird, bro. You could put a bunch of bipolar people in the room, some fucking, who else we like to hang out with? We got some multiple personality people, some people with, what's the one where you got the legit hallucinations and stuff? I don't know. Schizophrenia. I was going to say, some of my homies got that one. Schizophrenia. Yeah, you could put all this in the
borderline personality disorders.
Oh, yeah. Let's get some borderline personalities. You know what? You ain't going to find a Hitler lover in the room.
Some codependent.
You ain't going to find a cross burner. No,
I know that.
This is the weird people. This is the difference between weird and crazy. Go ahead, Wayne.
Why are we're doing a segment on Candace Owens's side piece? Like,
she ditched his ass.
Yeah.
Falling off that
He's too crazy.
Bro.
He ran.
Do you know what Candace Owens is doing to him right now? Remember when Trump went to hell with Melania's hand and she slapped the hand away? That's what Candace Owens is doing to Kanye. Like, nah, bro, you too racist for me.
This woman who last year she was like, you know, what Hitler did wasn't that bad outside of Germany. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
She
called it a world war for a reason.
Right, but like, if you were in Germany, it wasn't as bad. That's what she was going for. It's horrible.
They were in India. They were in Africa.
So she planted a seed then.
Probably.
Yeah, he ran with that.
Bro.
He ran with that shit.
I thought he was trying to get up on that or something. Like, I don't know. Like, they seem like there's two peas in the pod.
They are. They're two liars, bro. Do y'all know how Candace got on? Do you know how she got popular? Like, the first thing she ever did publicly?
Was it that assault? Was it the case?
Her high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sued her own high school. Because she said her own high school was racist.
Yeah, that's right.
And now racism doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yes. As soon as she got paid, it went away.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the NAACP helped Candace Owens sue her high school because she was racially discriminated against.
So
you can't make that up.
Since she got that check, it was over with.
She got that check and then realized that she can make more money grifting people over race, and so she changed her whole life. She pivoted her entire life around that.
He's gonna go from Kim Kardashian to Candace Owens.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Whoa, what a fall.
That's rough.
Bro, that's like going from like Wonder Woman to like one of those hyena girls and like the Joker's group. You know what I mean? Like one of those half human, half hyena, like bad guys that he has around. Like, I can't even comprehend. Like, they're not even really the same species. Candace Owens and Kim Kardashian.
Right. That's a bad fall, man. That's a bad fall.
Hey, that's a bad fall for her too, man. She's got to live with this shit.
It is a bad fall for her. I don't know what she was doing before, but I don't know is better than Kanye.
Bro, out of all of this shit to happen with Kanye,
She's got to rethink those White Lives Matter t-shirts.
I was thinking about that too.
Shit, man. She's like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
man.
she probably realized the photos.
Yeah. She's like, fuck, there's photos of me and that dude together.
Oh my gosh.
I can't even.
It only matters if they're not Jewish to him, you know.
Why would you do? Okay, y'all. Let's just say let's just do a thought experiment, and let's just say that Kanye was right about Jews, right? These are the people paying you. Why would you talk shit about the people that are directly paying you? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like even if what he believed was remotely true, it's he's still shooting himself in the foot. You know what I mean? Like
it's a weird form of self-harm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen $2 billion leave a motherfucker without bloodshed. This is insane.
It really is.
Fast. He lost that shit fast.
In a day. $1.5 billion in a day.
And he deserves it. That's crazy. All right, good.
Real quick. Let's go around the room. Like, what's the most expensive thing you've ever lost?
Oh Lord.
You know what I mean? It'll never compare.
Probably an iPod, like one of them old school first like video iPods that came out.
Right.
I left it at a.
I don't want to stay.
I'm just saying though, you could lose your house. You could own an entire neighborhood and lose the whole neighborhood and still not lose as much as Kanye
Still
did.
not as much.
Yeah.
They said Trump lost more money than like any single person that they knew of.
Oh, I believe it. As an individual, yeah. Because
bankrupted a casino.
Yeah, 3 times.
He's saying he declared bankruptcy in the 80s a couple times, I could have sworn.
Right. Before he became president, it's so wild. Like, he literally couldn't even get a loan in America. Do you know how crazy that is? Like, you can't get a loan in America? Like...
But you're going to run the country.
Right, that's why he had to go overseas and do all that...
Go to China and get that money.
Yeah. They were talking about, like, the collusion with the banks and all that shit. Like, there's something there, but it's not as much as, like, a lot of the Democrats thought. But he had to go to, like, a shitty bank over in Russia to try and get any funds because no one would give him money back in, like, 2014. That's so weird. All right, I'm done ranting. Y'all can keep it moving.
All right, guys. So next time you're down that type of money, just come down them golden stairs, run for president.
Yeah, that escalator.
Yeah, that escalator. Exactly.
Thanks to the people that staff the party who put up that tweet, nominated a bunch of.
Yeah, I would never want that job, ever.
No. Only psychopaths want to be president, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. The job is too crazy.
Yeah, taking the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
I don't know. They'd all piss me off too much. Dealing with all those freaking politicians every single day. Oh my God.
Hey Jay.
Yeah.
Real quick. I don't think aliens exist. You know why?
Why?
Because Trump ain't said shit about aliens, bro. I feel like if they really existed, if they was out there flying saucers and shit, he definitely would have told by now.
Yeah, he would have used it for something.
He would have
Yeah, he would have used it
in his White House.
Right, you can already hear them like, they came to see me and only me. Take me to the leader. I'm the leader. I can already hear
the
it.
Healthiest person in the world.
Right.
Yeah, he's the healthiest, most.
Break his little heart.
The apex of humanity.
Right. They showed up during my presidency.
Very bigly. Oh man. Yeah, I don't believe that. Right. Yeah, we might be alone, y'all.
Right. Or maybe they're so smart, they saw the election coming, they was like, we're gonna chill out. We're gonna Men in Black, protect us. We're gonna go into hiding for like 4 or 5 years.
They got the technology to preemptively stop him from saying that shit.
Too much pollution. They were getting cancer. They
Right.
took off.
No, they hit him with the neuralizer afterwards. He forgot all about it. That's what happened.
That Men in Black, the Men in Black shit, right?
Yeah. Just a little, look at the birdie.
Maybe that's what's wrong with Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
He's been abducted too many times.
Oh wait, I just seen the little panel thing back here.
Oh my God, there it is.
Everybody's on this panel.
He lost $1.5 billion out of how many billion?
He had a little over $2 billion.
And now he's at like what?
Yeah, but that was just profits he would have made that day, right? It wasn't actually the money he lost.
No, I mean, it's like
it was his commodities or whatever.
Yeah, it's net worth. Like rich people don't actually own all the things that they say they own. Yeah, his net worth dropped. Like he probably.
I know how the books work.
He probably had like $300 million, and that's probably all he has now. Which sad for him. He only has like $300 million. But the thing is,
it's terrible.
Yeah, when you say you're worth way more, that money's gonna go quicker and quicker and quicker. Pretty soon, Kanye's gonna be doing shows right next to Britney out in fucking Las Vegas and shit. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna have to try and find a way.
In Las Vegas.
It's gonna happen soon. That money's gonna go
interesting.
so fast.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do something.
Yeah,
he's gonna have to do something. I think he might. This is gonna be interesting. I think he's gonna pull a Mace.
Oh, he already tried that with the Jesus stuff. You think he's gonna go back again?
No, I mean, but remember how Mace tried to un-Jesus himself for a hot minute, and he tried to like have a comeback, like where he was kind of towing the line because he didn't want to throw the churchy people under the bus, but he needed that real rap money.
That's where the money is.
Yeah, I think Kanye's gonna have to try to, he's gonna try to have to come back and try to be real again.
He's gonna, what's gonna happen? He's gonna find somebody in tax trouble like Lauryn Hill, and Lauryn Hill's gonna do a couple songs with him and try and like rehabilitate his whole image.
I was gonna say the thing is, if he changed his tune, he'll sell records. I ain't gonna lie to you. He come out with a reformed. He could just call it reformed. Boom, there it is. Reformed. Right. That's and
he's done. He's gotta be done. There's no way he can come back from this.
He can come back from this. You don't know hip hop. He could come back from this. Look.
Oh no, that's so wrong.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Kanye's beats built the whole industry.
Look, I know, man. There's a way. I do it. Everybody does it. People separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, they do. They do.
We do it. I do it.
It's like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. He may have pissed on some girls, but don't nobody make them R&B bangers like R. Kelly. If R. Kelly get a little, if R. Kelly get a little work release program where the proceeds go to the victims, he gonna move units. I promise you. Why people still getting married? People still trying to make babies, y'all. The game don't stop.
Man, why stop there? I heard
if he could do it, then Kanye can do it.
Right.
R. Kelly can come back. I don't see it. I don't know. I don't know.
Let me tell you though, what Jay said is true about Kanye. Like he could come back, but I'll tell you this: he's too crazy to come back.
Yeah, I don't think he won't. Yeah, he may not. He may not.
That's a good point. He may not want to. Yeah,
he can't come back, bro.
Yeah.
He's too far gone.
Yeah.
Plus, he could stay tripped out too long, and then it's too late, like you said. Yeah, yeah, it could. Yeah. Plus.
Yeah, because he has to jump. He would have to jump on this real quick.
Yeah. Because otherwise, who's going to carry him?
Antisocial weirdos.
He about to get dropped from anything.
Arizona gubernatorial loser Kerry Lake, for example, who campaigned
this is what happens when a black man decides black women ain't
We may
good enough
have
to be
won
around
this
him.
battle, and I won an epic battle in Arizona. We drove a stake through the heart of the McCain machine.
Yeah, Tulsi Gabbard got a haircut. Crazy.
We don't have any McCain Republicans in here, do we? All right, if you get the hell out, we will take this country back. It'll be the Trump Republicans.
Probably could have used a few more McCain Republicans voting for her, or she wouldn't have lost, you know? But more than that, like, I really think that normal people, I mean, whatever that phrase means, right? Like the massive people, the median voter, whatever you want to call it, they don't talk like that. Telling everyone who you hate all the time isn't a platform. But just because this latest round of MAGA trolls lost doesn't mean the movement's dead, not by a long shot. In fact, against all odds and against all common sense, they're full steam ahead on this train.
What other option do they have?
Because when Republicans take control of the
party?
House next month, their spiritual leader, their mascot in a sense, will be Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who you may remember was stripped for committee assignments early this year, in part over her own anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. That the Rothschilds had used a laser to start the California forest fires, and who received this glowing reception at a political conference organized by none other than, yes, Nick Fuentes, the same white supremacist who dined with Kanye and Trump.
She just needs to find a power bottom and
We are honored, we are humbled and excited to welcome to the stage
Marjorie Taylor Greene. She just wants to do push-ups and fuck. You know what I mean?
To know her much better.
Just go do that. Why are you here?
Seriously.
The beginning of something great. The representative from Georgia, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Wow. The America First pack. Yeah, they love her.
America First, bro. That is
smiling and shaking hands with a guy who compares the Holocaust to
old-time
monster
racism,
cooking cookies. Does that bother you?
Like that's literally like one of the first
Cookie
like
Monster
political
cooking
action
cookies?
groups put together
What does that even
to try
mean?
and like uphold white power.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well,
I remember America First. The first time I remember that was when prior to World War II.
Yes.
There was a big America First movement, and we had the Bund here, those pro-Nazi motherfuckers.
Yep.
That's
We had
when
a
I
huge
remember
ass.
America First.
Yeah,
What
we
the
had a
fuck?
huge ass Nazi rally.
How did that come back, man? You got Kanye doing this? This shit doesn't help, man.
nah, man, that's it. All right, y'all, give me a sec. I'm going to wrap up. All right, gang, appreciate everybody. I'm going to try to get some rest. It's been a special late night bulletin. Try not to let the ridiculousness keep you up too late at night. Oh, my goodness. I know if I start talking about this tomorrow, I never get any fucking work done. So we just had to go ahead and deal with this. What? Who let him wear that, y'all? Who told that motherfucker it was okay to... None of this is okay. None of this is okay. I'll see y'all tomorrow. In the name of the Darwin, the Dawkins, and the Christopher Hitchens, just y'all be fine. Just don't act like Kanye. Bye.